everyone. So we are coming from BrightAct, and we're building thoughtful technology to end domestic violence globally. We guide families to the support and the resources that they need by bringing the public sector and NGOs together in one application. We work with user-driven innovation rooted in the Sustainable Development Goals. And 1 in 3 women globally will be subjected to abuse in her lifetime. So how many women do you actually know? This costs the EU 109 billion euros every year, and there is no real-time data to better understand the root of the problem. And we aim to change this.
And I'm Sofie, and I work as innovation manager for the public sector, and with focus on innovation and digitalization and organizational development. And last year, I was awarded IT Woman of the Year in Sweden.
And my name is Elinor, and I'm a senior UX designer with 9 years of experience within tech. I build a thoughtful technology centered around the needs of the individual, and my main expertise is in preventative mental health and systems design. And together with Sophie, we've been awarded Social Innovators of 2020, Digital Inspirations of 2021, and also Young Idea of the Year within Sweden for our work with BrightAct.
And the idea was born from my insight from working within the public sector. And with my experience, I could see where the gaps were within the public sector and the collaboration with NGOs. And I found Elinor and our team at Hacker Crisis, which was a Swedish hackathon a year and a half ago. And we built our first module in 48 hours.
And then we also continue to compete in hackathons, which are these technical competitions. And we won everything that we participated in. And now we're actually financing our product development with the award prizes and grants. And we're building guiding applications for the victims of abuse to help them access the knowledge and the resources and the hope that they need to leave an abusive relationship. And our journeys are developed from the cognitive needs of a stressed person.
And behind the applications, there is data-driven platform to support the public sector and the NGOs to streamline resources to the actual needs of the inhabitants in real time. And from the beginning, we had no intent to actually start a company. We just wanted to solve a wicked problem. And we actually tried to give away our applications to the public sector as well as NGOs. But there was no recipient that could take care of this advanced technology. So that's why we started the company.
And BrightAct is a profit limited company with the aim to save lives. We have a business model that's a freemium model where many people pay a small fee for the same service, and then the apps are free to use for any inhabitant. We also create new channels to help develop public services sustainably, and we do this together with the inhabitants of the country.
And BrightAct has an extensive waiting list right now, actually, for customer onboarding. And we're onboarding organizations to make pilots with them in an innovative way. And when they contact us, we have to put them on a queue right now. So that's really a nice feeling. And we aim to grow organically by word of mouth. And the public sector is a long-term customer, and we offer them a freemium model where the premium is below procurement levels.
And all the data that we work with is anonymous aggregated data. We are creating network effects through like collaboration, and we work across many sectors to break the cycle of domestic violence. We are co-developing this together with governments, with municipalities, with academia, with health organizations, to better map the needs. And we also believe that like our like customers will be happier with us like in the long term if they get exactly what they need. And since our main customer is the public sector, this is a big focus for us. The first public app will be released within the next couple of weeks. So we are very excited about this. And it will contain user-friendly profile pages for organizations to help guide the victims to the exact support that they need wherever they are. Our main focus will be within Sweden, but we'll also open it up globally for those who want to join.
And as I said, right now we're doing a group of hidden pilots in Sweden to try the solution with our target group. And we did also some testing within the EU to investigate how we can scale. And right now there are 16 countries that have signed up to be one of the pilots. And we have a big community around us as well, with around 250 experts to help us with issues that we were not experts in. And they could come from companies like Apple, World Bank, and EU Innovation Council. And they give us advice and help us to test our product.
And our next step is a national release of the beta version within Sweden. And then our aim is to scale within Europe and then globally together with our partners. So if you want to join this journey, then you can find us at BrightAct.org. Feel free to contact me or Sophie. And thank you so much. The future is bright.
Awesome. Thank you so much. That was an amazing presentation. And for the audience, feel free to post any questions in the chat, and I can start in the meantime. Super curious to know is more about like future products that you're going to develop. Like, what does the product roadmap look like?
Yes, extensive.
We are building out a global network, like kind of like a safety net, like for this topic. So the next coming features will be a safe chat where you can talk to experts. It could be anything from psychologists to lawyers to health organizations. And then building a data like visualization for the public sector, and then also helping you gather evidence in a safe way.
Oh, wow. That's amazing. All right. And we have a few questions coming in. Louisa, again, amazing. I love it. Could you say more about your partnership with Systembolaget?
Yeah. So I was actually speaking at their like scientific like academia like conference. And then we're in like discussions with them about how we could look at the overlapping indicators between alcohol and like domestic violence. They're not the same root issue, but there are many overlaps to actually understand how to support individuals better.
That makes a lot of sense. And Annika has a question. She says, thank you for a great presentation. She said, what is currently limiting the speed to scale and implementation?
Everything, like it's the same as everyone else. It's budget, it's monetary. So we actually, right now we're using funds that we have won from competitions. So that's the only thing stopping us right now, because we have limited funds and we're a profit limitation company, and which makes us not take in investors. So if you know anyone who would finance this without getting any profit, it would be awesome.
Awesome. And one other question I had, so I saw on the kind of customer slide, you had most of the public sector and then you had Typeform as well. So really curious about how you see, I assume it's going to be a lot of public sector like you mentioned, but how do you see that in terms of customers moving forward? And for the Typeform, curious to learn more about that partnership.
Yeah. So we are working with the public sector with like a freemium model. So on an annual basis, you'll be able to like subscribe and then have it like adjusted for the number of like inhabitants like within your region. And this is to ensure that like smaller municipalities will also be able to join, and that you actually pay for your usage, which is not the case today within the public sector. We're also working with like corporations, mainly with like innovation and awareness campaigns, and it could also be like internally, like with their HR like department, to have like workshops and like different like educations like about domestic violence within the workplace.
Awesome. And Louisa had for the last slide, I believe that is Swedish SEK, right? So if you look,
it's a typo.
Look at our slide.
It's so good. And I guess another question that I had was, who else? What other technical solutions are there currently? Are there any ones, or like how is this? I guess it's not.
It is not very like well developed throughout the world. Some organizations have chats. Some of them are safe, some are not. If you look at the global scale, and some organization has websites, but again, maybe not safe.
Right.
Sometimes. So right now there is no tech to do this. It's some apps, but they have been proven not to be safe as well. So right now we're having advisory from a very high level advisory on security right now. That's a global one. And we get support by them to actually develop this in a safe way as possible, according to legal standards as well as data-driven standards.
Right. Yeah. And that is so important. Like you say, I don't think there's not that safety aspect. I wouldn't be, people are not going to be comfortable using it. Okay. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for a great presentation. And I'm going to see if anyone else in the audience, I'm loving the questions coming from there as well. But yeah, no, thank you so much. And thank you for what you're doing. I think it's really important. And yes, everyone should check out BrightAct. And everyone can as well, if you want to continue the conversation, you can go to the 2D metaverse and you can see the link at the top of this page that is pinned. It says uppstart.com/Q&A. And you can continue the conversation with Sofie and Elinor. But thank you so much, guys. And I would love to continue the conversation myself, but I'll come and find you later. So thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. See you later.
See you.
Bye.
Bye.